If you want to be a faster guitar player, you can't just ignore picking mechanics. A good example of this is playing the pentatonic scale. When you play a pentatonic scale, you're typically playing 2 notes per string. But did you know that if you start with a downstroke instead of an upstroke, you will not play them as fast? This is because of a concept known as inside versus outside picking. So with inside picking, we're moving in the direction toward our next string. So if we're playing a pentatonic scale and we're playing 2 notes per string, that means it makes sense to start with an upstroke. Because if we're alternate picking, our next picking direction is going to be a downstroke, which is toward our next string. See how I'm moving toward the A string? This is inside picking. Outside picking would be when we move in the direction away from our next string. So if I play that same scale, but I start with a downstroke and I alternate pick everything, you can see how I'm now moving in the direction away from the next string. I'm moving away from the A string, and now I have to go back to it. And I'm moving away from the D string now. So on and so forth. Now, it actually does make sense to start with a downstroke though when we descend. Because when we descend the scale, we actually will be moving this direction, and that means that we're starting with a downstroke, an upstroke is moving toward the next string, right? Now I'm moving closer to the B string, closer to the G string, closer to the D string, so on and so forth. So the general rule is if you're playing 2 notes per string, you want to start with an upstroke if you're going this direction. And you want to start with a downstroke if you're moving this direction. These are picking mechanics that people don't really talk a whole lot about, but if you are aware of them, you will play faster.
Age reveal, 1 million YouTube subscribers. 52-week guitar player is currently closed for enrollment until mid-December. Check out this related video for more info. Now just leave!